Roadblocks are often set up to apprehend wanted individuals, detect drunk drivers, or inspect cars for defects. While the reasoning behind setting up a roadblock may vary depending on the location, they can often cause delays for traffic and create potential safety hazards for motorists. There are some things you can do to find out if there is a roadblock in your neighborhood before you leave your house. Here's how. Does a roadblock exist in your area? There are a few ways to find out. One of the most common indicators of a planned roadblock is when you see police cars lining up on the side of the road. Police cars usually use these strategies to ensure that traffic flow is not interrupted or that motorists can be quickly evacuated from the area if necessary. You can also alert yourself about a planned roadblock by watching traffic reports and announcements on social media. If you're following local law enforcement on Twitter, they will often tweet about their location and what's happening in your neighborhood. You can also call your local police station and ask where they've set up any planned roadblocks for the day. Once you know where there might be a planned roadblock, don't forget to follow all the rules. Keep your speed low and watch for signs indicating that there's an obstacle ahead like cons or flashing lights. If you're unfortunate enough to come across a roadblock on your way to work, you want to make sure you get through it as quickly and safely as possible. The first thing you'll want to do is turn on your four-way flashers. This will let the officer know that you are trying to get through the area as soon as possible. It'll also let other drivers around the block know that you're coming up behind them and they should start easing over and letting you into their lane. Next, try and find a police officer and ask if the blockade is only temporary or if it's going to be there for some time. Depending on what they say, your next move may vary, but remember, never turn around in an active roadblock. If the roadblock is only temporary, then try driving in reverse in order to get out of the area quicker. If the officer tells you that the blockade is going to be in place for a while, try driving past it slowly in order to leave room for others who need to go through too. Doing this will ensure that no one else gets caught up in your car while trying to pass by. Police can set up roadblocks for a variety of reasons: to detect drunk drivers, apprehend wanted individuals, or inspect cars for defects. The legality of how police can set up a roadblock may vary by location and whether the police have obtained a search warrant. Generally speaking, there are 4 types of checkpoints: roving, police patrol an area looking for potential violations; stationary, police stop every car at a specific location; safety, police stop every car in order to check all drivers for safety purposes; and sobriety, police stop every car to check drivers for sobriety. If you want to know if there is a police checkpoint near your house, you should call your local law enforcement agency and ask them. If they do not give you any information over the phone, they may be legally prohibited from doing so. Another way to find out if there is a checkpoint near your house or anywhere else is to use an app like Waze or Google Maps. You can put in an address and these apps will provide real-time updates on any checkpoints within 5 miles of that address. If you're driving and notice flashing lights ahead, it's important to know that this may be a roadblock. It's best to slow down, move into the right lane, turn on your headlights, and remain calm. The officer might ask you for your license and registration. You should comply with the officer's requests and answer all questions honestly. If you are asked to step out of the car or do anything else before you feel comfortable doing so, it is okay to refuse. The officer will explain why they need these things from you. If you are not sure what is happening at the time, ask for clarification before complying with any requests. It's important to remain calm during this process because it can be very stressful. You may want to pull over away from traffic if possible or go as far into the right lane as possible if traffic is moving too fast for comfort. Remember that officers are often just trying to do their jobs by ensuring the safety of everyone on the roadways. In some cases, there could be a legitimate reason for a roadblock. Police might be looking for drunk drivers or someone who has committed a crime in that area.